The last trading session of 2023 has come to an end, and what a great year it's been with the benchmark posting almost 20% returns this year, Hemansh.
That's right, Mihika. We've been jumping from strength to strength, and with benchmarks nearing 20%, we are seeing that Nifty has logged its 8th consecutive year of positive returns. And in terms of overall performance in the past 10 years, this is the 4th best year that we have seen. If one goes to see the chart, you'll see that it's been a choppy ride, but ever since calendar year 2015, it's been on the up and up. And what really stood out to me this time, Mihika, was the fact that mid caps and small caps were the dominant forces in markets this time, which made the dream run more durable. Mid cap 100 was up 46%, 93 stocks from the 100 pack were in the positive. And in terms of momentum, mid cap 100 saw its best ever year. 25 consecutive sessions of positive returns. That's just unheard of. With small caps, you go to see 86 stocks from the small cap 100 ended in the positive. Small caps also recorded their best gaining streak this year, 14 sessions in a row. And this was again led to small caps closing 55% higher this year. Let's just take a look at who were really the gainers and losers in this basket. Top mid-cap gainers were with the likes of REC and PFC. The push towards power and financing power was a big theme playing out this year. Mazgon Docks, another one. Defense indigenization really helped these players capitalize on the growth story this year. In terms of mid-cap losers, you have the likes of Gujarat Gas, Crompton Greaves, ACC and Aditya Birla that were closing in the red significantly this year. Let's go towards the small cap ones. You have the top small cap gainers with the likes of BSE, up 4 times this calendar year. And this was the best calendar year BSE has ever reported. Suzlon, again, the theme for renewable energy really played in its favor. The stock is up 3.6 times on year. Apar Industries, Zensar Technologies and NLC India, again, amongst the top gainers. In terms of small cap laggards, you have the likes of Ease My Trip and Campus Activewear, to mention a few. And what's interesting really here is, Mihika, that Ease My Trip, which had a record subscription of 159 times, still made a muted debut but closed 25% lower. Well, but what's there in store in terms of the sectoral performance this year?
Yes, well, all the major Nifty sectoral indexes did, end on a positive note this year. And let's talk about the Indian housing market. I mean, it propelled the Nifty Realty to be the top sectoral performer this year, up over 81%, and the real estate upcycle really helped. And the top gainers were Prestige Estate, DLF and Brigade Enterprises, where Prestige Estate saw gains of over 150%. Then we have the Nifty Auto, which was the second top performing sectoral index, up 47%. And there were a mix of factors that paved the performance. It was price hikes, we had steady demand and lower input costs. And the top gainers were Tata Motors and Bajaj Autos, where Tata Motors was the first Nifty 50 stock to double in 2023. Then we also had the Nifty Pharma, which recovered its 2022 downtrend and was up about 32%, and the gains were led by Aurobindo Pharma and Glenmark Pharmaceuticals. Moving on to the sectoral laggards, we had the Nifty Bank, which was the top underperformer of the year, and it saw an 11% uptick, and the top laggards were Bandhan Bank and Kotak Bank. And then we had the Nifty Oil and Gas, which also saw a 12% uptick, and the sector did see some volatility due to the geopolitical tensions, and the top laggards were Adani Total Gas and Gujarat Gas that did close lower. And then we had the Nifty Financial Services. It was also up 12%, but surprising given the RBI's tight grip this year. And SBI Cards and Payments was the only constituent to end lower in the red.
Well, Mihika, it's still remarkable that all the sectors managed to close in the positive. 11 to 12% gains, really not much to complain about. But let's move on to the large caps that have been overshadowed by the small and mid caps. But in terms of the Nifty 50, Tata Motors today itself saw itself doubling on year, posting over 100% returns. You had the likes of NTPC, 87% returns on year, Bajaj Auto, and you're really seeing the sectoral themes play out and mirror in terms of the Nifty 50 top gainers performance. L&T as well as was one of the top gainers on the Nifty 50. Let's take a look at the top laggards on Nifty 50, and you had the likes of UPL, down nearly 18% on year, and Adani Enterprises down nearly 27% on year. And these two are the only ones on the Nifty 50 that closed in the red. It was a tough year for chemical space on account of Chinese dumping and destocking that was taking place. As for Adani Enterprises, after falling significantly in early part of this year, it did see a recovery of nearly 140% from its lows. So that's really what's been happening in markets this year. It's going to be interesting to see if the next year sees the baton passed from mid caps and small caps to the large caps, and let's see how the leadership plays out.